Good morning, y'all. I'm here. Here I am. Good morning from New Mexico. So we started this video halfway through because I'm already down in New Mexico. I'm doing my usual trip once a month down to Florida. There's the sign. No, that's the sign for Colorado. That's the little sign for New Mexico. Right there. Right there. Yeah, the usual one. I've come down this way and I'm going flat to the map on the speed limits all the way, driving basically as I would be as a company driver, which I still am. I'm going to see what the fuel mileage is and then things like that when I get down to Florida. Then I'm going to come back via by South Dakota and come up that way and through Montana. So I'm going down there one way, coming back the other way. It is 80 miles different this way, and I am super heavy. So going back, I'm going to be slightly lighter. So I've got to take that into consideration as well. I want to see what the fuel mileage is and see what I can do it in, and see if it is feasible to take the lease over and things like that. If I run it flat out on the speed limits all the time and see what it does. I'm pretty impressed with it at the moment. It's at what was it, 7.1 to the gallon, and that's dragging a full load, 80,000, 37 ton over all the mountains and stuff like that. Everything's sort of flat now from here on, apart from these few little hills and stuff like that. So we'll see where we get there. So, you know, I'm pretty impressed with that up to now, and that's about 1,400, 1,500 miles, 1,500 miles. So let's see what we can do. I am fueling up as well the normal places I would do. I'm watching the price and things like that. It's really easy. Here's a bit of Vernon advice. Take it or leave a bollocks to you if you don't want to take it. When you're fueling up, I was coming through Salt Lake City yesterday afternoon, and it's really, really easy. European English, you can all do this. Just helps out the company, helps out if you're an owner operator and stuff like that. Just Google, if everything's on the internet now, just Google the price of the one in Salt Lake City. I could have got to Green River, which is just before Moab. I wanted to get to Green River really to fuel up. I thought, that's out in the middle of nowhere. It's still in Utah. I'll just check the price of fuel before I leave Salt Lake City. Well, it turns out it was 30 cents a gallon dearer in Green River, so obviously I fueled up in Salt Lake City. I will be looking more and more into the fuel. At the moment I'm in a hurry running down here to fuel up in maybe different places where it's going to be super cheap. You miss out on your showers and things like that. Some of them you won't get your free showers in your card lot, you know, like your IDS and shit like that in England, AS24 or something like that, or Europe. But hey ho, you know, if it's going to save me $50 of every fill up, 3 fill-ups a week, you know, there's 150. I can have a hotel for that, can't I? You know what I'm saying? It all adds up. It makes a hell of a difference. It really does. So we're just bearing that one in mind. We've got a new microphone. I don't know if I like it. I'm probably going to send it back because it's cheap, feels cheap and shit, and it wasn't even cheap and shit. It was expensive, 31 bucks, but there you go. What else? I am really enjoying the truck. I'm loving the truck. This is a really bumpy road, but as you can see, it's handling it pretty well. Once you get into New Mexico, the roads deteriorate quite badly, but the view takes over all that. It really does. I don't know if you're too high up to see there in the sun or what. I don't know. I can see it anyway. I'll tell you all about it. It's a beautiful open desert. 31 degrees. Just back in Colorado, this time last year, it came up on my Facebook. It was snowing in there and it was snow on the ground. No snow at all yet, but it is forecast for Monday, so I'm fully expecting on the way home through Montana and things like that to have the snow-capped mountains, maybe a bit of snow on the side of the road and things like that. We'll see. It'll be what it'll be. Snow chains are all ready, all checked. We're all good to go. The tanks are slightly bigger. The tanks on the Freightliner were 210, I think. This is 250. And plus what it's doing to the gallon, it gives me means I don't have to fill up every other day like I was filling up in the Freightliner when I was doing coast to coast. I can fill up every other day. So the lack of pulling up the hill is freeing me up a little more time, you know, to do what you want. Because it can take you over 30 minutes, half an hour sometimes, if not more, to fuel up in different parts of the country with queuing, getting in, getting your fuel, getting out again, and stuff like that. If I don't have to do that, that's an extra 30 minutes a day. I can just chill out somewhere and just sit out and have a cup of tea, rather than messing about fueling. When I'm racing, you know what I mean, when I'm burying, which seems to be a lot just lately, but there you go. So my load's ready. This is a cracking load. Let me tell you about this load. This is what we used to do, these loads out of Bellingham Coal Store, which go down to just north of Miami, Palm City, which is one drop Costco. But it is pretty rushed. They only give me 5 days to do 3,400 miles, so you know it's going to be a bit rushed. My reason as well for going this way, I worked out 3,400 miles. You work out each day. It's not rocket science. Just look on your map, see what cities you're going to be passing. If I'd have gone South Dakota and gone over that way, it would have meant that I was going to hit Chattanooga, Nashville and Georgia Friday lunchtime, going in Friday afternoon. I really didn't want to be over there at that time. It's a nightmare. So even though it is a bit longer here, it's going to make up my mind. All I've got is Dallas, which I'll hit just after rush hour tomorrow, and that's the only one which will sail straight through. It's pretty good, is Dallas. Even in rush hour, it's not that bad at all compared to Nashville or Atlanta or something like that, where you can lose a good 2-3 hours or so. So that's what the plan is. Keep it lit. I hate sitting in traffic as well. I'd rather do 80 miles longer. Definitely. Plus, as well, coming this way, take into consideration fuel is cheaper. I get cheaper fuel in Texas by 30-40 cents a gallon. Same in New Mexico. I won't need to fuel up now until I get right into Texas. I should be able to make it over to there. Grab some cheap fuel there, and then that'll get me top side of Florida before I'll need some more, if not a bit more. Well, we've still got 2,162 miles to go, and it is, what day is it? It is Wednesday, Steve. Wednesday, God knows something, October. And I'll be unload. I've got to be there Friday night, which this one I checked on the internet. There's some wild horses over there. They don't have overnight parking, but they do have a bullpen at the Costco I'm delivering to. They have a holding area. So if I rock up at 1 o'clock, my delivery's for 5 o'clock. If I rock up at 1 o'clock, they'll let me stay there. So that's pretty good, you know what I mean? I don't have to, then I can flick straight off card, you know how it is. My job's done then. I'm on to agricultural then, because I'm down to the farms. Kick back round the swimming pool. Don't know where I'm going and whether I'm going to stay in Miami or go down to Homestead. Probably Homestead, I think. And then my deliveries have been brought forward. Good old Wendy at Morgan Tropical. Is it Morgan Tropical? Morgan Creek Tropical. Should know, been working for him long enough. I told her that it was delivered for picking up on Tuesday. I give her a call. I said I can be down there unloading Saturday morning. Do you want it brought forward? Yes, I do. Monday, so I get a full day and a half around the swimming pool and stuff by the time I get unloaded and down to Homestead. It's going to be round about the lunchtime. Which, you know, that's long enough for me. After that, I want to be moving, heading home. So that's the update up to now. I'll do more about the cab and the cabin and a few little niggly bits that I need to address that can be sorted. I give it a bit rap at the beginning. I think a bad rap about the installation and things like that, but it was just niggly little bits that I know I can get started. And I've already been looking at lights and things like this. God, it's going to cost a fortune to make it look all pretty. Here we go, crack on. Hello there, so we're starting this video halfway through my trip. I'm heading on to Florida for a change, as you do. Somebody has to do it. In the Peterbilt, loving it. I give it a bad rap, I think, at first. The more it's been a hard decision. I did love the Freightliner, as you all know, and stuff like that, but man, this thing, the fuel mileage is great, the ride is fantastic. Getting used to the seat, I can bear with it. But, you know, I've driven all the way to Yugoslavia in an FL6 that you sat on the floor with no spring there. So, you know, any sort of new... that was back in the good old days. Good old days. So, you know, we're getting used to the things and the layout. The layout especially, I'm warming to it a lot now. At first I was like, no, don't like this, don't like the cupboard space, don't like this, don't like the drawers, don't like none of that shit. But anyway, I'll talk more about that when I stop sometime, and we'll do a video on the inside of the cab and different things that I've changed a bit. Put my personal little touches on. We've got a few little bits going on here and there, and I've got my phone up now and the tablet properly mounted. A GPS there, my sat nav in the right place. I'm going this like I say, I'm on my way to Florida. I've come via New Mexico. The reason I've come this way is because it's a 3,400 mile from I loaded in Washington State. I loaded in oh god, what they call Bellingham Cold Store, which is for Costco. We used to do a lot for those. It's not the best paying rate, it really isn't, which I'm gonna, so it's bottom of the barrel rate basically. I think it's paying 8,700. So by the time Anchor have taken their 20% off and stuff like that, I'm going to be on just over $2 a mile, which isn't very good at all, especially when you're running heavy. Don't forget I've got the fridge to fill as well. It's frozen stuff, so that reef is going to be using quite a bit of fuel back there as well. It all adds on. I've got to calculate all that. I'm still waiting for my business license to come through, so I aren't fully owner-operator yet or anything like that. So on this trip, because this is my main trip, this isn't going to be my money earner. If I do take the lease over, this one will not be the money earner. Well, they're doing Floridas and things like that until rates start to come up and stuff like that. Going directly, if the apples paid like 11 grand or something like that, an extra 3 grand up and stuff, you know, so you're better off. My load coming back pays 11,000 something, so then you're up to $3 a mile, so you know, you're a lot better off. So like I say, this is the bottom price of this run, so I'm running it flat out as well to see what's the worst fuel I'm gonna get. Obviously I'm still a company driver, so we can they're paid, so I'm just running it exactly the same as I would if I was driving with the company and things like that. On the speed limit all the time. It is slower, it's not as quick as the old one. It's 75 mile an hour governed at. That's fast enough, that's ample fast enough really. I'm quite happy with that. And the slower speed up the hill, it doesn't pull like a Detroit. It doesn't seem to have the grunt. I'm impressed with the gearbox. The gearbox changes up and down really nicely. It doesn't go down too low before it kicks it down a gear. The first 3 gears going down are brilliant. 12th down to 11th to 10th and 9th. Then it seems to ponder a little bit. But it doesn't have that rev sound of the Detroit. Like the Detroit, it would really, you know, you could hear it. It's a lot quieter. And it just seems to like, okay then, we'll get up there, yeah, okay then, doesn't matter if you change it down again, it's still gonna, we're getting. And I look down at the speedo, and I think it's mind over matter, because I'm not hearing that grunt and rev. It doesn't seem, it's like an old cart horse. It's just like, boo, 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 we'll get there in the end, we'll get up there. And it does, you look down at the speedo and you think, shit, I'm still doing 58, you know, up the hill kind of thing, but because it hasn't got that grunt, it doesn't seem to be doing it as much. I've learned as well, don't try and race it like on the Detroit. You can have it in automatic and you can bang it down a gear coming up a hill, and if you catch it at the same time as it wants to change gear, it'll go 2 gears and it'll just rev up quite high. That's all. This, oh man, it didn't like that idea. It was like it's like 2 people driving the truck at the same time, like 2 people sat in the driving seat. So I clicked it down to go up this hill because I thought I wanted to rev it up a little bit more, kick it down before I actually got into the hill. It didn't like that because it changed down as well. Well, bells and whistles were going all over the place. Stop, stop, beep, beep, beep. There's red lights all over. It's like, fucking hell, what the bejesus is going on here? Gearbox malfunction is telling me serious damage or something if you don't stop immediately. Well, it didn't go into limp mode and it didn't turn me off, but it was beeping to, oh, it wasn't very happy anyway. So we pulled over and we let her calm down a little bit, and we turned it all off, and we let her have a little bit of sort of shit out and what have you. Anyway, turned it back on again and all happy again. We're all friends and off we go. And it hasn't done it since. So if you want to race it down and don't want to change the worry of changing at the same time as the automatic gearbox, flick it into manual, boop, then go up and down your gear stick. I can do all the gears the same as the Freightliner, up and down, up and down, up and down. The Intarda's basically the same and stuff like that. So that's not a problem. Like I say, I do like the gearbox. It's a nice, sweet gearbox. Works really well. It's coupled really well with the gear engine. So that's all good. Dashboard has a fault on the dashboard. You have to turn on a night. You have to. It's just petty little things, this, but I'm just telling you. You have to turn the brightness right the way down, otherwise you get a reflection in the driver's mirror, which goes right onto it goes onto the window, onto the mirror, and you can't see your mirror properly, which is a bit of a shitty thing. I thought it was real comical as well. When you go into reverse, it it turns the stereo off when you go into reverse for your to help you reverse better, apparently. There you go. There you go. Turn the stereo down. I can hear if I'm squashing somebody or something. But all in all, it's got a nice feel about it. Very, like I say, this is base entry model. Loving my bed. Mentioned my bed before. Truck mattress. Remember truck mattress? People, get on their website if you want a good bed, made to measure, good price. They're the people. Loving that, lovely sleep. I thought it wasn't insulated and real noisy the first time I mentioned about it and did a video. I think I mentioned about it. I hadn't had the hatch door shut properly all night, had I? And I was getting all the road noise coming through. You've got to really slam that hatch door in the bunk, otherwise it is half open and you get all the road noise. So that's overcome. Do need to do the installation. Bits like that, it isn't going to break the bank. It's 20 bucks, you know what I mean? I've got my Freightliner carpet in at the moment, but I'll be getting a carpet for there. Hopefully the bull bar, I'll be able to get the bull bar to fit on the front if I get some different mountings. Looked at lights and shit like that, but that'll be in the future when a little bit at a time. Let me get running first and see what we can do. See whether we can make some money out of it or not. Like I say, I don't think the Floridas and the long haul are going to be where the money is. I think the local stuff, the flowers and the berries coming out of Canada and things like that, that's where the big money is. That pays us $3.30 a mile, and that's all miles. You're running super light, your mileage is up there at 9 to the gallon and things like that. Well impressed with the mileage. Coming over the mountain, it was at 7.1 coming over until I got the other side of Price Mountain into Utah, that's all my mountains out the way. Cabbage Mountain, Dead Man's Pass, and all those. So that's and 7.1 pulling a full load, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's good. So obviously now it's reasonably flat. I've only got the one at New Mexico to go up. I've got the mountain coming out in New Mexico. I'm in New Mexico. The one coming out of Albuquerque, and then I'm pretty flat all the way through Dallas and drop down to the coast. The coast of what is it? New Mexico Sea, whatever it is called. What's it called? Gulf of New Mexico. Follow that along, drop down to Florida. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Like I say, I'm more looking at fuel now than I've ever looked at it. I'm looking at every fuel price, which garages I need to check out more of my fuel cards, which ones I can fuel at and things like that, which is going to be better for me. It's a really easy thing. I was coming through Utah and I needed some fuel. It's got 250 gallon tanks on this. Not 250, but 250 altogether, 2 tanks. So that gives me an extra 40 gallons than the Freightliner. The Freightliner was 210. And with the extra mileage, absolutely brilliant. This means I can get in, if I do California, I can get in and out of California without a worry. I can run right down to LA, in and out of LA and back. I could probably run down to the New Mexico border and get back if I took it steady without having to fuel up, because California is up and down on the rates and the prices. When they are good, they're really good. You want to be running there, and but the fuel is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous price. You're talking $1 a gallon more than everywhere else. So with that in mind, bigger fuel tanks, a lot better. That's got a big tick from Vern, definitely. And look at the Popo. Was I going to stop? Oh shit, I didn't stop there. Oh man. Oh, this is going to be... I missed his scale. Can I get in here? That'll teach me for talking. I better go talk to these guys and see what the crack is here. I think I was meant to go in there. This is going to be embarrassing, isn't it? Stay tuned for more Vern and fuck-ups. Oh, he's waving me by. Thank you. Sorry, I missed your sign. Oops, how embarrassing. Well, they should get a bigger sign. That was nice of you. Can't be bothered with you. Get out of here. Oh dear. Oops. I'm not very red. Oh, what a peen eye! Schoolboy error, wasn't it? Anyway, moving on. What we're saying, yeah, so I am checking the fuel prices. It's all on the, you can do it in Europe, you can do it in America, you can do it anywhere around the world. I use Loves all the time as a company driver. Remember that? It'll probably be changing, because I thought our fuel cards, you paid less than the pump price. You don't, we're paying the same price as the pump, which is well out of order, definitely. Anyway, so we use the mainstream ones. I'm in a hurry. I looked at the Loves. I looked at, bear in mind, I needed some roundabout Utah or something like that. I was going to go for Green River, which is down, further down in, not far off Moab, which it's in the middle of nowhere though, that one, which it'd be nice to get there, but a bit further and fuel up less, you know what I mean. But I thought the price is going to be dearer there, so a quick Google search, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the price is 30 cents dearer than in Salt Lake City. So same company, exactly the same company, just 30 cents dearer. So with me fueling up, I've saved 30-40 bucks each time. It might not sound a lot, but over 3 times a week or something like that, then 40 bucks, 80 bucks, you know, 120. It all adds up through the month. I can get an extra hotel for that. You know, and stuff like that. So just for doing a little Google search, it all adds up. My old man used to always say to me, look after the pennies, the pounds will look after themselves. It's so true, is that? It really is. And it helps out, even if you're a company driver, you know, it makes a lot of difference. Keep the company going. Then you have to have price cuts like see Stobart's or not, what's the Brothers of Stobart's or something, asking for drivers of the companies if they'll take pay cuts. You know, fuel prices, desperate times, it's hard times, it really is. You've got to do your bit, otherwise you're going to end up finding yourself out of a job when the company goes bust, and you're going to think, what the fuck happened there? You know, a big company like them goes bust, that's a lot of drivers out of work in one go. It's a lot of you'll say, Ben, and if I say you'll leave a bollocks to you. A lot of people will say, I'll get a job anywhere if the company goes bust. You all of a sudden lay off 100 drivers in one place, or 50 drivers or something like that. Good luck with that, fella. Yeah. Good luck when you're all out of work and you're all scrambling for them couple of jobs out there. But so just, you know, try and look out for each other. That's the way it works. It's a big old team job, big old circle. We're all in that circle. We need to keep it going round and round that wheel. If it goes round and put the brakes on, we're all bollocks. So yeah, that's the update on the truck. Like I say, we'll do a bit of the outside and a bit more when we get stopped. Check this out, guys. I've been wanting to come in for quite a while. Truck parking
It is $30 a night though, but that is for 24 hours. And it is a big bike day. It's weekend, it's Sunday, lots of bikes out, lots of bikes going on, different kinds of music, all in there. Everybody competing on the music on their bike. Cool. Pretty cool, yeah? Holy cow, look at the size of that back tyre. We're talking big back tyre. We're talking a big fat back tyre. Look at that. Holy cow. I think that's a 400, 440, no. That's only it's a 360, it looks a lot bigger. Looks huge, that must be a great big ring going on in there. That's all on air ride suspension. And there's a 240 there, look at the difference. Nice, some different looks. It's like a bouncy ball, you know them things with these the horns that comes out that you hold on to as a kid. Bounce the ball, pretty cool, yeah? You like that? Bit over the top, I think when you go down that far it's too big. I like this size, that's about a 3 something, and that's probably going to be a 3. What size is that, bud? What size is that?
300.
That's the 300, yeah. What size rims it on?
18.
18, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. That looks good like that. I really like that. Go over that size and you start to lose the curvature, and it seems to make it look a lot lower down, a lot narrower. But I like that. That looks really well. This is a Night Rod V-Rod, like I used to have, but that's the newer version. That's a progressive swing arm going on there. That's not the standard swing arm, that's a different one. And this is aftermarket body kit we've got going on there. That's nice. That's sweet. And we've got plenty of areas for drinking, chilling out. Look, we've got 1, 2, 3 bars, I think. Pretty cool, isn't it? This is Cafe 27 up on the US 27, which is out there. Plenty of places to hang out, lovely bars, lots of bikes, bikes, trucks, beer. What possibly could go wrong? You know, it's everything. It's like paradise in a nutshell. Catch you all later. Pretty cool, really. Lovely people. Met the boss, real nice guy. Yeah, that's definitely another time I'll be staying in here. Excellent, isn't it, when you get a biker calf place with your truck stop. Can't go wrong at that, can we? Now we just have to do a little bit more work. I could have stayed there. I'm only 40 miles away, 42 miles away from my first pickup in the morning, but hey, you know, it was $30 to park.
Turn left at the stop sign.
So if it had been any other time, I might have done it, but I had a hotel last night, and if I put another $30 on the old man, he's gonna cry on that, innit? So we went out yesterday, had a fantastic time with Angela. Boss's daughter took us out, all down the beach, Hollywood Beach. Absolutely brilliant, a new beach ticked and done. Really, really nice down there. I'll be doing another video next time I get down there and do something on it. I didn't take my camera, so next time we'll be showing you a little bit more of that. So on we go. Oh, there's another thing that I really, really like about the Peterbilt while we're still on. It doesn't have any of your alarm systems going off here, which I do like. If anybody watched my other video about the Freightliner that I took out that had the sensors down the right hand side and the front one. Didn't like the front one so much, but down the right hand side and in your blind spot, that was a good idea. I really liked that idea. That was good. But this one doesn't have anything. Basically, which is a big tick from me, I'll tell you. Also, you can put your seatbelt on Look, watch. Put it on. Take it off and no beeping. Nothing telling me you haven't got your seatbelt on, you haven't got your seatbelt on. No shit, because I've just taken it off. Special person. You know, it really is. Beep, 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 them stupid things. Obviously, you know you haven't got the flipping thing on because you know, it's only common sense, isn't it? I do wear the seatbelt, but it's nice if you're in slow manoeuvres and things like that, you can just flip it off or something and all good. It really is. So on we go. Cool. There's people chilling and cruising. That's what it's all about, Sunday cruising. Check that out. That's a lot of tyres. That's a lot of tyres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 axles going on there. 20 wheels, that's just ridiculous. Wouldn't that be so expensive? They're all Goodyear top dollar tyres. Man, that is something, is that. Roth Trucking, what sort of weight do you pull on that? Nope, we're not answering. 190 pounds. Wow, that is some weight. Is that, what engine have you got pulling that? What size engine have you got? What sort of horsepower is that putting out? Nope, we decided we're not going to talk anymore. Oh, there is a cop coming alongside of us, I suppose. Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's some weight, is that? That's well over double of mine. Jesus Christ, that is some weight, is that? That'll be, I don't know, was it a freight? I'm not even sure what truck it was, you know. Oh well, we'll find some more out of all this. Just had to show you this. I'm coming through Montana at the moment. I'm just coming up to 4th of July and Lookout Pass over the mountain into Idaho. This is Interstate 90. And look at the colours, man. This is absolutely beautiful this time of year. Spring, fall, well, as they call it. Obviously, it's the leaves fall, so it makes common sense, doesn't it? To autumn. But absolutely beautiful. This ride today is brilliant. It's been great weather. It's been really nice. I was expecting a bit more snow than what there is actually, and so I'm quite happy with that, because the later we get the snow, the smaller amount of time we're on the snow. You know what I mean? This will be totally snowed up round here all the way. I've never been in that far. I keep meaning to. All snowed up to hell. It really will. I ain't weighed off either, so I don't know actually what weight I'm carrying. I'm anticipating about 70,000 pounds, 35 ton or something like that. Well, I'll find out when I get to Washington, because they won't let me go past the scale. All the scales have been closed, or they give me a flyby. What they do is they have a weight. The majority of them weigh you on the road. Have a rig, and it gives them a rough idea of what you're weighing in at. So you know, if you're not near the scale, near the weight of 80,000, they'll just give you a beep beep on my little box there, and it sends me straight on through to bypass. And you don't want to go in if you don't have to go in there. You know, lovely people, but we don't need to go in there. Anyway, so this brings me back to this. What a beautiful, and it makes it so much easier when you're running with this sort of weight that I've got on. And with it being flowers, I'm not to the roof or anything. It's low down weight, so it doesn't roll about. If you've got oranges, apples or something like that and you stack to the roof, you've got to steady up a bit around the bends. And people who don't know, you know, I hear the ones who do. There's a lot of people who watch my channel who don't actually drive trucks, believe it or not. Yes, there is. So with your higher loads and your higher weight of gravity, it's, you know, it's just common sense. You've got to slow down, because it's going to rock backwards and forwards. And before you know it, you'll be laid on your side, you'll be breaking your mirror, and that'll cause right upset, won't it? But as it happens, as I'm driving, and it does, with it being new as well, it handles unbelievable. It handles like it's on rails.
I am getting over the fact I've done like 10,000 miles. I'm getting over that now in it, and I'm getting over the problem of the less amount of power. But running it this sort of way, it's happy. You know, you could run all day at this. It's lovely, and I think it's mind of a matter a lot of the time. I've been telling myself, because I look down at the speedo thinking we're not going very well, and I'm still coming up the hill at 55 if it's only a little bit or something like that, topping it. So it's, I think more is because it's like 200 revs per minute lower down revs than what the Freightliner was. So the Freightliner, you could kick it down and it'd rev up and it'd keep you moving and stuff like that. Whereas this, oh yeah, we're plodding along, we're going to get there in the end. You know, like I said before, it's like an odd cart horse, it really is. And it just gets up there kind of thing. So there's no point in chasing it, revving it, or changing down. Just let it do its thing and let it plod on. So I think that, and because it's not as a noisy engine, whereas with the Freightliner it was a bit more growly and like a Detroit engine, man engine, you know what I mean? Whereas this is a Packard, is it Packard or Packard? I don't know. It's a little Perry engine. It's got a little bit of a groan going on, but it does sound nice on tickover, I will give it that. On idle, it sounds lovely. It sounds a sweet motor out there. You've got a nice little burble for a whistle from the turbo, it sounds lovely, and it sounds sweet, which is important to me, because that is one of the big reasons I wouldn't have one of them Cummins CX things. Man, what is wrong with that engine? That sounds like a bag of nails going on in there. How and that's the modern ones, the new ones. Fuck me, man, they sound shit. They sound, they need to give their designer, whoever does that, they need to give them a slap and say sort something out in there, because that sounds horrible. And then, don't get me on that fan. That fan starts on. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And those fans, this runs pretty hot. I've noticed the fan starts up. Yeah, this is a nice touch as well. We've got a fan switch here, so I can manually put the fan on if I feel it's going too hot, or things like that. I like that idea. You can override and do things like that. That's pretty cool, you know what I mean? And yeah, going back to the ride, it fucking drives like you're just in a car. It really does. With this sort of weight, it goes around the corners, absolutely beautiful, it really does. With it being tight and new, they do, you know, it's been over the time with the Freightliner, it's slowly started to wear down bits, and if you didn't grease the Freightliner up every 15,000, you knew round about the 14,000 mark, she had quite a lot of free play going on there. Things wear after 500,000 miles plus, you know what I mean? Things start to wear out and stuff like that, so it's inevitable you're going to get wobbly bits and stuff. But yeah, this tight, nice, it's and the driving position is pretty cool. I'm really, the more I drive it, the more I'm liking it. Oh man, and don't get me started on this Peterbilt. You know, you can, let me tell you, you can actually buy boxer shorts with Peterbilt written on them. What do you think of that then? Oh, this is going to cost me a fortune, I tell you. This is going to be one expensive too. There is an all sorts of array of clothing, shit, like I say, boxer, thongs, anything. If you like to wear thongs, I'm not into the thong thing. I don't want anything going up my ass. But that's each to their own, I suppose. But this driving a Peterbilt is like going to the Scania world of Europe, like the Tangs. Is it Tang? I don't know how you do the shit. But you know, you can get all the stuff. And I went to Waldruck the other day, a place called Waldruck, over there in South Dakota, and they had a cowboy section. I thought, this is like the Peterbilt heaven, or the Scania heaven in here. So, you know, I've got the check shirt on now. We're doing the biz, we really are. Look how pretty this is. Oh man. Nice Saturday afternoon drive out. It's 4:15. I'm only 481 miles from home. Well, that's actually up to the yard. So I'm about 440 miles from home. not sure if I'll go tomorrow and take it, or take it on Monday. I'll see how I feel. I might go tomorrow and get rid of it. And then my mate Eddie will unload it on Monday morning up there in Canada for me, which is good of me, good of him. I've done them before, but it's my time off. I want to be at home. It's like a 5-hour tip, 6 hour. You know, it is a long, drawn-out process of them unloading. So I don't want to be sat up there. I'd rather be sat at home, have my time off, and get back on the road longer, you know, rather than wasting a day for pittance, being sat there earning basically jack shit. I went up the last up the top of the hill. That's a bonus, isn't it? But if you're running at this sort of weight, it's all right, isn't it? When you're running light, it makes your testicles go bigger. Fact is that. That's a proven fact. Thank you very much, sir. I haven't got my CB in because I broke my mic, and I took the other microphone back that I just bought. I didn't like that, so I took it back, and I'm going to wait until I get to another shop and buy another microphone and try that out. So here we are. Look, the snow. There'll be snow on them there hills. Only a wee bit. That's enough. That's just right. What was that? Why a wee bit? Get out of there. There you go. 1 mile to the top. Wake you up when I get there. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dickie Dark in the back here. There's the start of another trip. That shirt's extremely wet. We'll just pop that back there. I was going to start this video when I left home this morning, but it was really dark, and well, you couldn't have seen a thing anyway. I did a quick early morning trip down to Kent, which is South Seattle. That was a nice little money earner, a little 800 buck, 100 miles. That's what you want. And now I am here on top of Snoqualmie on my first trip as an owner-operator. The boss. You are talking to the boss. I would be lying if I said I'm a little bit nervous about it all happening. Anyway, I've got to get moving. We don't get paid for stood still, do we now? So let's get this show on the road. I don't know if that's in your way or not, but hey ho. Let me tell you a little bit as we're moving along, because I need to get rocking, really. Really? That's my funny ear. Typical. Let's forget it. Hello and good morning from Moab. Well, just outside of Moab. And I get meaning to do this video. This is my first major maiden voyage on as an owner-operator. I am now the boss. The boss. We have a Peterbilt Ultraloft 579, and like I said in the other videos, I was keeping it, but now this is official that I am on my first trip down to Texas. I was going to do the video earlier, but the weather's been absolutely terrible, to be telling you the truth. It's been rainy, shitty, and it was just there. And I was getting on, I had lots of other stuff to do and things like this, workout, my head was all over the place. But now we're sitting back and enjoying it. The sun's coming up a bit. First thing in the morning, it's what, 7 o'clock. And things are good, yeah. So let me explain a few things about the owner-operator lease thing that I'm on. So this is, somebody must have seen me. This is a lease with the option to buy after the lease which runs out, which the lease is for 6 years. I picked up the lease 6 months in, so there's 5.5 years left on the lease. It is capped out at a price. The price is what the price will be, which I checked on and everything right the way through the lease pack. Lease don't want me to tell you what I'm paying, which I think it's a little bit spendy, but you know, obviously I'm a tight Yorkshireman. I would have preferred it for a bit less, but hey ho, that's the way it is, isn't it? And I would like them to throw the APU in for free, but they don't seem to be wanting to do that. The APU is going to be, like I said in the other video, it's going to be 14 to 15. But Carrier have got back to me on that one, and Carrier said they'll do it for 12.5, I think, something like that. So there's an option. It's a bit cheaper. I'm just waiting to find out from either whether I am going to get one fitted. On the last video before, I said I wasn't going to get one fitted. Anyway, going back to the lease thing. So that's the full duration. The price won't fluctuate or anything. It won't go down. It won't go up either, which is good. And I'm staying on with Anchor Trucking. So basically, my work is going to be exactly the same. But hopefully, I'll be doing a lot more of the middle of nowhere to be walking random. Okay. Yeah, I'll be. I'll do the same way. Hopefully, a lot more of the local with the flowers and stuff like that, because that pays really good. That pays, you know, shitloads of money, and it is light load, so you're doing a lot better on the fuel and stuff like that. You get paid extra for the drops and stuff like that. I'll probably just carry on with the One Florida. Obviously, the flower loads aren't all the time either. They're seasonable. Seasonable. So it's not all the time. So I'll do a quick. This Texas, I did a load first from home, just up the road from my house, about 30 mile up, just near the Canadian border, a place called Linden. Picked up a load there, and that took me down into Seattle, just south of Seattle. That paid shitloads of money. That paid $800. $800 for just over 100 miles. You know, they're the little things I need right now. And then I picked up this load of potatoes, which is to go to top side of Dallas. It's great. It's not going into Dallas. It's the top side, so it's a nice load. It's fully freighted though, so it's we're using a bit more fuel than we would be light with a little engine. But hey, oh, that's what it is, isn't it? I explained about the little engine before, 50-50. 50% of the time I'm running light, it's coming over. Really? So, yeah, picked up the potato load 20 miles from where I unloaded with the first load to bring across here. Bit down on the price, it's paying $6,000 to get me over to Dallas, is this load. But I got the extra 800 for the load down there. So, you know, without that load down there, it would be like, God, that's a bit shitty, you know, when you work it out. But if we can get $6,000 back, at least, or if I go over to LA and then come back or something like that, because we'll get 3 hopefully coming back out of LA. You know, it's all like that now. I'm obviously chasing the money. As a company driver, you don't want that little load going down 100 miles then having to fanny about like that. You're getting paid anyway, aren't you? You know what I mean? By the mile. We all get paid by the mile over here, which is about everybody. So doing those ones, but as an owner operator, ka-ching, $800 for 100 miles. It was 4 pallets. This gets better, right? It was 2 half pallets and 2 full pallets. That's all it was. I've delivered to this place before, the cake place down there. Really easy to, great guys. It's only a small place. I should have videoed it really. I can't get on the bay, so they have to pull their little truck out with a tail lift, and they drop that down, and we try and ship it onto there. It's no problem. It's done in a matter of minutes, kind of thing. As soon as they get there, they're great. So easy money on that one. But there is going to be times when I'm going to run deadhead to get to better weights. You've got to, you know. And my fuel thing. There's another thing I wanted to talk about. I fueled up in Oregon in the last Pacific Pride. We use Pacific Pride cards and CFN, which are card lock ones. They're going to give me the cheapest deal. They're going to be something like 70 cents or more cheaper than my Loves, my Pilot and stuff like that. As a company driver, you tend to just fill up. You don't even look at the sign of the price, do you? Well, you won't. A lot of you won't. I tend to shop about, have been as a company driver, and try to get the cheapest ones. And, you know, obviously don't fuel up in California and things like that. So I had over half a tank when I got to Oregon, my last Pacific Pride, my last cheap fuel coming this way. There's a few scattered about, but they're mainly on the west coast of these Pacific Pride card lot places where you go and do it yourself. There's no showers, no nothing like that. There's always a bathroom, a toilet and stuff like that, but you won't get a shower in it. So none of your extras and your free drinks or anything like that. But at 70 cents a gallon cheaper, you know what I mean, that's 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 70 more, 80 bucks saving on a fill up of 200 gallon plus. This holds 210 gallon. Compared to the Freightliner was, what was the Freightliner? The Freightliner was 160 or something like that. Or is this 210? 210, I'm sure it's, no, is it more? I know it's 50 gallon more, this one. I'll have to check on that. It might be more than that. Anyway, I'll check on it. It's 50 gallon more. And with it better on fuel, fueling up in my last cheap fuel spot, are you keeping up? In the Pacific Pride one, I have now enough fuel so I don't have to fuel up in Utah, anywhere like that. I can get all the way over to Texas before I have to fuel up. Then the fuel price in Texas is down at $5 a gallon, so it's cheaper fuel in that state. And I can fuel up there then. Find my cheapest one, lowest pilot, whichever the mainstream one, if I have to, fuel up there, but I'm still saving my money. Then I can get all the way back again with only that one fuel up. You know, it all adds up, it really does. You've really got to watch, especially the climate at the moment. Brokers are trying to be tight as shit and rip everybody off, but I think they're coming unstuck now. A lot of them are coming unstuck. This load here we've got right now, I'm on, was on the load boat, or Gates found it. The guy had it out at 4.2 or 4.8 or something shit like that. And that was on, what day was that on? What day I think that was on Wednesday or something like that. He had it up there. Now he wants this there Monday morning. I did explain it ain't going to be there until lunchtime to him when I put it on, which he got all a bit pissy about. But that swings and roundabouts, because it didn't load till 12 o'clock on Friday. The booking was 12 o'clock Friday, 2,100 miles away. You know, I'm not a Harrier jump jet, I'm a goddamn truck with a wee little engine going on. So it's and then we obviously come Friday, the broker's panicking, he keeping up, boom, the price goes up, we'll have it for 6 grand. There you go. Now if we'd have put it up there at 6 grand, it just goes to show you how much them breakers are creaming. You know, everybody's out there to make money. Of course, good, I'm the greediest bastard going. I'll try and take money, whatever. But if you can afford to all of a sudden go up 1,200 bucks like that, and you think, shit me, you guys are making some money right there off every load. You think, you know. And then they expect you to go flat to the mat and get it. Well, I'll do my best, but I told you what time it'll be there, and that's what time it'll be there. You know, sometimes you tell people the truth and they get all bent out of shape about it, man. Hey ho, they don't want to hear it, do they? But he should have put it up at 6 grand earlier. He'd have had this loaded on Thursday and been sat down there right now. And now it's Sunday. I'm 983 miles away. They're not far, really. Like I say, I haven't been going long. I've still got 8 hours 45 minutes left. So we got over all the passes and stuff like that. It's only a few little hills now, and then we're plain sailing basically. Nice run. I haven't got any major cities at all. All of this one because I come through Salt Lake yesterday. So absolutely great. Oh, thank you so much everybody on the Facebook for all the comments, the beautiful comments and everything. Absolutely makes my day, does that. Really Jesus on and gets us going. Steph's worked really hard to get us where we are. We both have. that's yeah, we put a lot in, both of us, to what we've accomplished in 5 years. I'll do a separate video on that when we get home sometime, how we've managed to get as far as we are in 5 years. Of basically came across with 2 suitcases, and that was it. But it's the land of opportunity, it really is. And we're just coming into a beautiful... This is Arch's Wilson Arch, right here on the left. Very famous one, everybody knows this one. If you're out in Moab, you have to come to this one. Beautiful time of day. I've got a little bit of issue on the heater, which doesn't seem to really want to work. It's that's cool, is that? There's loads of arches like that. I don't know if you'll glimpse that. Google it. There's loads of arches all over. I've been to quite a few of them now. One of my favourite places, as you all know, Moab and surrounding areas. Beautiful. By God, it'll be getting cold soon though. Ooh, it gets shitty through here. It won't get a great lot of snow, but it'll get real cold. Anyway, what were we on about before the arches came up and distracted me? About the heater. Yeah, that was it. So the heater, I don't know what's going on. I can't operate the heater in the back from the front. All I can do is turn it on and off. So whatever it's set at in the back is what it'll be. So, you know, you set off, temperatures change a lot in 2-3 hours of driving, especially around here. So that's a bit of a ball ache. And I don't think that's right at all. And for some reason, it won't demist properly. You put it on demist and it's really not doing it. It's not blowing fast or anything like that. You mess about with it, and if you put it on internal, it blows faster, which it should be the other way around. So I'm starting to think this was maybe a Friday afternoon trip that got finished. It was like, oh, we're done, we're out. That has to go back in, because it's really getting difficult to... When I went over the mountain passes, and it's going from cold to hot really quickly and stuff like that, it was I was having real difficulty keeping the side windows demisted. Defrosted, demisted, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully I'll go back in and get that sorted. I've got a couple of issues as well, which I always have issues, don't I? If it wouldn't be me, I don't have anything to complain about. Right, going back to the lease, this is on a full lease, front to back. Like I say, anything in the 6 years goes wrong, they do it all, which is all well and good. You know, anything apart from cosmetic, they change the tyres, you damage it, you obviously have to pay for it. But anything else, windshield, windscreen, you've got to pay for yourself. So Anchor Trucking will be getting me a windscreen. They've already said that, they've already called the person and arranged for it when I get back. It was only a little one I set off, it shot up there. So it needs a new windscreen in. Like I say, they're picking the bill up for that, because it was already done when I got it. And but anything else is all covered. Servicing, everything. Don't have to pay for any servicing and things like that, which is all well and good. But if something does go wrong, you're at the mercy of Peterbilt or Kenworth or anybody who does that. Now then, there is a lot of them about, but I have noticed all the ones coming down here on Saturday, yesterday, they're all closed. All the Peterbilt dealers are closed on the Saturday. And I'm like, this was morning time as well, not even open for half a day. But what? Jesus, what if you break down? Surely there must be a call out. I'm hoping there's going to be a call out or something, because that's pretty shitty. That you can't get anything done on a Saturday. Like 9 times out of 10, I'll get back Fridays and things like that. I'll try and get back Fridays. If I want a servicing doing, even my local one near me, they're closed on a Saturday. So that'd be Monday. That's, you know, an extra day even just for a servicing. Which I don't know. Well, I can't say too much until we've tried and tested it, can I? You know what I mean? Until, but it's, I aren't holding my breath that I'm going to like that idea. Whereas at the moment, you see, before on the Freightliner, I like to get it serviced on the way home and stuff like that, drop the oil, and I look after it again and what have you anyway at home. But whereas I just call it to a Love's, get it serviced. By the time I've had my shower, they've changed the oil, checked everything, and greased it up and stuff like that. I'm on my way again, not a problem. Whereas now it's going to be, well, like I say, I don't think I'm holding my promises for holding my breath for anything working super quick. I have been into the local one and spoke to them, and I said, you know, if I need anything doing servicing, oh yeah, just give us a call. I said we should be able to get you in with 3 days and stuff like that. But it's only a small place. Or I can go to D&D, which is our local garage, but they're always chopped out anyway. You know what I mean? We'll see. Hopefully nothing should go wrong with it, should it? After get the heater fixed. Should it? No, hopefully not. Yeah, there's the update. The colours are absolutely brilliant, amazing. I also amazing. Let's think of another word. Fantastic at the moment. The colours of the trees and stuff, you know, they change into the colours. Look at that over there. That is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully the camera will pick out all the colours. I know it doesn't on when I take pictures, it doesn't look anything like the real thing. Get it on the big screen, boop! Get it on the big screen, don't forget to subscribe as well, boop, 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 up there. It's not difficult, press the thumbs up, we want thumbs up, I want to know you're out there. So this is just outside of Shiprock, just in the northwest of New Mexico, on the, actually no, I'm not on it, I'm just off it, it's just over the other side of the river. That's the Navajo reservation, just over there. The biggest reservation in the, I think, don't quote me, it might be in the whole world, Indian reservation, Native American reservation, whatever you want to call it. We've had a lot of rain over the last month or so down here. But now it's beautiful today. Temperature's not super, but time of year, I'm happy with that. It's 52 Fahrenheit, whatever that is in centigrade. I can't manage to change the goddamn thing. So we're learning Fahrenheit now. We're coming to the town here, we wingle in and out. It's you can go one of two ways. I can go the other way straight down and run along the side of Arizona, the state line of Arizona, and then get into onto the I-40, Interstate 40, and start running east towards Albuquerque, and that way, or I can cut this corner off, and it saves me about 50 miles, go this way and drop down into Albuquerque from the north, and drop in, then start going east. So it basically comes across like that rather than going up and down. It's either, you know, depends. I used to go the other way. It depends on the weather as well. If the weather's going to be bad in winter, because this is quite high up a bit, it does get really cold and pretty icy on it, but it does the other way, you know, it swings around about, you've got to watch the weather. If I would go the other way when I was in the old truck, because there's a TA's, if I need any work doing on the Freightliner service or anything like that, because there's a good TA's down there for a tyre change. Really grand bloke who's been there for a lot of years, the boss, and they do a good job down there. If you're on the Interstate 40, it's the one in front of the Loves. Don't go to the Loves. Don't go to Loves. They're fucking absolutely cack in there. This is as you get down, you'll see TA's, Loves, Pilot, all the malarkey down there. And you've got the Loves petrol station is over on the north side. The Loves garage is on the Speedco part is on the south side of Interstate 40. Don't bother with them. Seriously, do yourself a favour. Unless you've got something like, I don't know, a fuse changing or something like that. They might just be able to do that. But apart from that, fucking done with them people there. I've been in a couple of times and been a waste of space, really have. So go to the TA's across the road. Lot there, great service. They'll have you in and out in no time. But now I'm on full warranty, full protection. We don't go there. Let me sad. I'm going to miss all my friends. I'll have to pop in and see them. So next stop is breakfast, I think. Some breakfast somewhere. They're all setting up their little stalls, the Native American, on Sunday and Saturdays. You'll see little roadside can't speak. Little roadside stalls setting up, selling their wares. Basically a lot of second-hand stuff. See, fuel's cheaper now. Speedco, $5.09 there compared to last state I was in. It was like up at what was it? 530 something, 540 and things like that. Well, that was a bit of a disaster. I should have put the video on actually. I went down to the card lock CFN, yeah, thinking the fuel's got to be cheaper there. Like I said, I couldn't find it on the price on it because it's like a retail wholesale sort of thing. I'm in the right lane, yes I am. So I guess down there, and they did have the price out there on the pump, $5.15. So it'd have been cheaper coming in, me just being greedy. Anyway, and I couldn't get my car to work. I couldn't get these. It was fucking case all the time at those shit bit places. It's, you know, there really are. There's always an issue. Always got to call up. Always got to be on the phone for hours and everything. So I've hooked them off. Bollocks to them. I'm not buying their fuel. So I've wasted an hour messing about with that, really. I've got my trailer wheels right back because of the way the load's loaded. I'm really whinging out. It was really awkward to get round. There was a lot of cursing going on. So like I say, my trailer's right back. There was construction all down there. Oh my God, but we're out. And we're all in one piece. That's the main, isn't it? So, I've decided New Mexico, bollocks to you. You aren't getting any money for fuel. I'm going to go to Texas. They can have some of my money. I've still got enough, but in my wisdom, I thought, but no. Anyway, I thought, but no, yes. I've been onto this Mudflap website, an app, which is pretty damn good, really. Push that in, no subscription, no nothing, Mudflap. That's the name of the app. Gives you all the surrounding areas of the price of diesel, price of fuel. Fucking brilliant. And it turns out, if I'd have hit the one on the way down, Maverick, which Fuelman actually works in Maverick, one of my cards, it was $4.55 compared to $5.15 at them tossers. Anyway, Duds or somebody or other, I think it was. Bollocks to you, mister. So anyway, I'm going to carry on until I get into Texas, and I've seen some over there. They're at $4.55 for 460s. But yeah, for 460 or something like that. So that'll work. As long as it keeps below 5, I'm happy at that. So we'll stop being bloody greedy. Onwards and upwards. Yeah, you can see that. 539 is cash on the fuel over there. 545, I think it is. When it changes, not going to change in time. Well, you're just going to have to believe me. It's up on the Loves, 538 cash. 543, 543.9 for. Am I in the right place? Oh, this doesn't look as though there's going to be much room to park. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a little. Okay, don't mind you. I've called up, rang up a fuel station just a little bit further up the road, and like I say, it's 543.9 here in the Loves. 2 junctions on or so, it is $4.86. $4.86. That's quite a saving, really, isn't it? What's he found on the floor? Put it down, you scaggy git. Tab hunter.
place? Next to Rattlewood on Sydney. There can't be any room, otherwise Mister isn't shooting it out there, is he? What's he like? Oh, there's a. God, and there's the cat truck driver, Catman. Just down here trying to stroke a bit of pussy. See what I did there. Oh, look at this we've got. Are these reserves? Are these reserved? No, they don't look reserved to me. Let's have a... God. Oh, there's loads of places. That's all in right on me arse. I can do. Oh, look, there's absolutely loads. I'll put hazard lights on these. Oh, grand! Couldn't be any better, could it? Next, tucked in. Little bit of van and advice taking. I'll leave a bollocks to you. Right, as I'm coming in here, there's 2 or 3 places. I'm going to get tight up against the, rather than going to just the one empty space, I'm going to take the place right next to Matey in the Volvo there. It would be easier to just drive straight in and, where's his lights? There's Tab Hunter. I can't see anything. Where's he going? Oh, there he is. It would be easier just to take the empty space right back there. And, you know, the 2 empty spaces, lots of room then to get in. But then you run the risk of somebody parking both sides here, reversing in. You know what I'm saying? Now I only have the worry of somebody parking at one side of me. So if you see a space and you can get bang in the middle, because majority of people are set in for the night now, that would be the best option. And then you've got nobody else reversing in while you go and have a shower or whatever, or in the night, and the risk of them running into you. You see what I mean? Let's turn that off. Okay, let's turn that off. These lights are so bright I can't fucking see. There we go. And we're in the oil. And that's me setting for the night. 4 minutes to spare. Not bad, was it, really? Looks like a rattly engine lever runner all night. Never mind. I'm content with my fridge guy. Huh. Good night.